What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I'm going to take you through my lower body pull day today. We're going to start off with deadlifts on the kilogram plates, and then we're going to move on to some front squats, and then I'll include just one other accessory that we're going to do. But starting off with 165 pounds here, and just building off explosiveness and speed and getting to a groove for these heavier sets. I'm actually working up to a heavyish double today, and we're going to see how that's going to go. But you can see here I'm having issues with my glasses, so I'm just going to let this next clip play out here. Yeah, you can see here the glasses that I'm wearing right now. I actually have some allergies and I'm getting over with right now, so I'm actually wearing glasses to keep contacts out of my eyes and taking some allergy medication to fix that. But working up here, this is 275. With these kilo plates, I'm doing full resets to build explosiveness off. My issue is locking out my deadlifts, so I find that if I get in a good start position, I'm able to overcome that. So this is 345, and these aren't anything high rep. These are more so for singles, just because I'm scaling to the weights that I got to hit. I think I have to hit 510 today for a couple doubles, and then AMRAP. So I mean, these are all pretty quickly going through here. Yeah, we're blowing through all these deadlifts, but I definitely took a lot of time here, and so this is my last warm-up at 495. And so I am practicing a new setup in order to finish these deadlifts a little bit easier, so I'm not struggling. So first set of 510, you can see here definitely there's struggle in me locking out, and then for the second rep, full reset, and I actually end up missing this because the bar gets stuck on my thighs in order to get my hips through. So once that bar stops moving, essentially that bar is not going anywhere else. So another set of 510. So these are supposed to be some back off sets, and you can see here I'm still having the issues with that, so I actually fail that rep, and then I end up just doing singles, kind of toss my belt there, playing a little shot here. And we're just going to switch the angle here and just try to finish these. So like whenever this happens during my workout, if it's in my program and I know I have to hit the numbers, as long as I hit that first set, I'm good, and then I'll just move on from there. So we're moving on to front squats, which is my second accessory of the day. And the plan was to work up to sets of 280 for 4. So we're going to start off with the warm-up here. So with these kilos, I tend to make bigger jumps after I'm already warmed up with the deadlifts. So I'll do singles just to kind of get the range of motion down, just because front squats, you tend to squat a lot deeper than you would on your back squat. And also to, kind of calibrate that ankle mobility. So that was 265 here, taking, these jumps aren't the biggest jumps, but here's 280. Focusing on my form here, I'm trying to drive my chest up, just because whenever I tend to go into squat, my chest tends to dip forward, and I have to physically drive that up, even if my upper back is tight. So my plan here is to kind of just, again, I use the word calibrate, just to kind of generate some sort of consistent form that I'm going to use to continue driving through. So I'll do that. Move on to the next set, and this is my fault. Really bad angle here, but gym was kind of packed. And you'll just see here, like, depth is always consistent. And you'll see that forward lean there. You see when my hips kind of shoot up, chest kind of lax, and then I kind of have to engage it manually, if that's the way to look at it. Another 4 reps here, and then I think I just ended up doing a single with the last set. It was just an AMRAP, and at that point, my body, my wrists, my shoulders were kind of tiring, and I had a whole laundry list of accessories to do. So this one, I think I just ended up pausing it just to kind of practice the range of motion. But you can see here, trying to keep it like at least 2 to 3 fingers on there. And then also when I'm squatting, you'll see here, I'll come forward like that. So I actually kind of need to work on sitting back, and that was kind of a struggle there. But pauses will definitely help reinforce that. And then moving on to my first accessory, which is the Pendlay row. So definitely warm up on these. This is the weight gets heavier, so it's 225. This is 275, just for a couple reps here. Pretty warmed up from all the previous lifts. And then my working sets were 315, 4, 6. So I did 3 sets of this, full resets, practicing breathing, practicing bracing. A couple of these are kind of off just because I kind of mixed groove. I wouldn't recommend wearing the Addy Powers for these though, but I've had them on since the front squat, so I decided to stick with them. Didn't feel like going shoeless, so doing some more here. This is just a different angle. I mean, I'm pretty consistent overall with these. It's probably my favorite back exercise to do, just for explosiveness off the floor, and then also just for hypertrophy of the back. I mean, if I used every now and then I'll do sets of 8 to 10 of these, and it's kind of crazy. So yeah, now we're moving on to the second portion. So we're getting into our bench day. All right, so this is the day after, and we're doing bench. So I actually recently switched to wide grip just because I was having lockout issues. I come to realize that I've been benching super narrow. So with this, my ultimate goal is to bench 405 at some point, either on kilos or pounds. So I switched over, but with the adjustment period, I kind of avoided wide grip before just because it didn't feel too well with my pec and my shoulder. So I'm slowly transitioning over. So top set today was about 300. It's nothing too crazy. Taking my warm-ups and just reinforcing form, but as I'm watching this video compared to my other benching videos, I'm so much faster with this wide grip, and to some people it's not even that wide, but to me, definitely feels like my shoulders are running forward, so I kind of have to fight it. And on that rep, I hit the safety spot, so I had to save myself there, but I was good. So this is the first set of 300, and I had to do doubles with this, just kind of like the deadlifts the day before, and then a top AMRAP. So not like yesterday, I was able to actually hit about 3. I wanted 4 though, but I kind of grinded out the third rep, so I just decided, it's not worth it, especially as I'm not too comfortable with this lift yet. So that was the second set, and then here comes the third set. And as you can see here, definitely using leg drive, definitely reinforcing all those techniques, but I tend to bend my wrists back, and that makes things difficult as I'm going through this. Alright, so then our second exercise is the overhead press. So this is 155 pounds, and I'm trying to emulate the same grip that I was using on the bench just to kind of improve my shoulder mobility in that area, to kind of get used to it. And here I actually misloaded 205 pounds. I don't know why. I read on my calculator I was supposed to add 25 pounds in total, so 12.5 on each side, but I ended up adding 25 in both. So my working sets were supposed to be 180 for sets, I believe 4? Yeah, sets of 4. Or 4 to 5 or 6. I don't even know. We'll see what the clip says, but yeah. So did those, just 3 sets of that. This is real nice angle here. I'll count them out here because I totally forgot what I was doing. So 1, 2, 3, and yeah, looks like it was 4. So yeah, there we go. Definitely on that, doing resets just to kind of help keep everything nice and tight and reinforce form. Next accessory after that is the incline pause bench press. Using dumbbells on these, greater range of motion. So I'm trying to overload this and trying to get to 12 reps, and then I'll kind of increase weight just with the dumbbells, kind of locked into 5-10 pound increments depending on whatever gym you're at. So I'm doing these pause so I can kind of, in a way, hold my progress back until I'm ready to carry that volume over to the next weight lift. And because with 115s I can probably get maybe 6, so I kind of want the hypertrophy benefit. And this is just another rep range to kind of keep you strong and to kind of condition you. So definitely one of my favorites, and it allows you to reinforce form as long as you're pausing, keeping everything tight, and just kind of exploding all the way through. And the next accessory I'm doing after this is my favorite for building the chest, which is the incline dumbbell fly. I'm able to get a pretty good stretch, and I can do pretty heavy weight with these. These are 80-pound dumbbells, and then this tends to vary rep range depending on my heavier sets in the day. So if I'm going heavy on bench or overhead press, definitely these tend to suffer, but I try to keep that similar intensity and similar volume, just kind of make up for it over sets. So I'm doing these just to help build the chest. A big chest is a strong chest, and a strong muscle will help you move more weight. Also kind of keep you injury free. So next exercise is the Arnold press. So on my chest and shoulders day, I tend to alternate different exercises depending. Obviously the focus is on the chest, so I don't do as many sets. But these are just the 80s for the Arnolds, and I like this range of motion. I like doing this because it helps me kind of protect my shoulder and to work through range of motion. Okay, so here's the end of the video. To be honest, this was kind of an on-the-fly video. So from going forward now, I think I'm just going to do voiceovers. Follow this. I'm doing a cut right now. Right now I'm down about 3.5 to 4 pounds. Going to weigh in on Friday and then upload another video with the second half of the week. So keep following. We're going to see what we can do with this. And then I'll slowly add in more hypertrophy work and more other accessories that I'm doing. So thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, follow. Let's do this.